Hello and welcome to my 7th video for the cryptocurrency series. Today I'm going to talk about Scaleswap, which is one of the launchpads on layer 2 solution for Polygon network. The reason I'm talking about layer 2 solutions and also about Launchpad is a lot of you contacted me that some of the projects I'm talking about are already launched. How can we get into a project before it's launching? How can we join an IDO? And also you were interested in the layer 2 solutions given the expensive fees that we have on Ethereum network. So let's go ahead and talk about Scaleswap today. Scaleswap launched around 2.5 months ago. And basically they are on Polygon layer right now, and they're going to move in the roadmap to other chains such as Solana and other ones. And basically the way it works is they have partnership with Bioeconomy that allows them to have launch without any gas fee. So you participate with the amount of Ethereum that you're required to participate in. If you go to the app, you can see that as well. So let's say they're raising $400, for example, for a project. You raise $400 worth of Ethereum for a particular project. Let's say Torum was their last launch. And you just go and sign and you receive your token after that and you can claim it. So there is no gas fee involved. But if the token is in layer 1, which is Ethereum, you just have to move it through the bridge, which there is a gas fee involved. So some projects might have that component, some might not. Like Cyrus didn't have that, or Scaleswap itself. With Torum, I had to spend like, I guess, $50 to move it from layer 2 to layer 1. But the advantage for this method is you don't have any gas fee. And also you have the advantage to have it on layer 1 or layer 2, and in the future in other chains and other layers. So in terms of what differentiates this launchpads, because we have like many launchpads like right now, tens of different launchpads, the scoring system is what differentiates it. So Scalescore is something that's developed by the team, and it's quite complex, but if I just go briefly through it, and I'll put a link for that. It's a combination of 6 scores that gives you a ranking. And based on the ranking, it guarantees a spot for you in the IDO or not. So the factors are having the number of SCA or Scaleswap tokens. And you can start with the score from 1 to 1 million. The next one is the holding period for the tokens. So minimum token holding should be 30 days and maximum should be 1,000 days. You can get a score of 50 to 500. It's a logarithmic score that they've been using. Percentage of maximum score starts from 50 to 500, and that's the maximum tokens you've held in comparison to what you hold now. So let's say you had 2,000 tokens and now you've got 1,000, you sold half of it. Your score drops because your all-time holding is 2,000. You're holding only 50% right now. Holding of launched external tokens. So they're encouraging people to basically hodl the projects that have been launched, starting from 1 token to 15 tokens, score of 50 to 500, percentage of maximum tokens that they've held. So the same concept with the SCA token, but this is more for the external projects. Again, 50 to 100. And also the last part is liquidity. So providing liquidity provision of $100 or more for the pair from 7 days to 1,000 days gives you the score of liquidity. Maximum score you can have is 3,500, and that's after 1,000 days. So this makes it fairer because you can't just buy a lot of tokens and become the whale like a lot of other launchpads do that. And also gives you a very clear understanding of how this works. Of course, the calculation is a bit complicated. So for example, I've got this score and I can see where I need improvement. So I need to improve my maybe holding of tokens. I need to have more tokens purchased. I'm doing well in holding period. I'm doing okay with token factor. I'm getting the maximum because I didn't sell any. I'm doing fine with the token launched. I'm not selling any. And I've also hold the launch token holdings. So all of these scores are doing well. Liquidity I've provided. So that's, I guess, something for the team that please fix my liquidity score. But yeah, I've been holding that. So it should be like around 60 or 70 points. And here you see your scale score. In the future, they're going to also have your ranking or your position. So you know where you're sitting and how you can improve it. So this is an interesting concept that they have. Another advantage is they have a very strong team behind this group. So they've got Ralph, who's very well known in the blockchain industry. They've got Stan as a chief technology officer, who has a background in tech and security and worked in banking industry before working in blockchain. And Nelly, she's very well known in the venture capital world. She's the founder of In Mind Group as well, and everyone likes her basically in the Scaleswap community. Jesse as well from the marketing team and everyone else. So the team is quite strong. They have also well-known advisors like Lars and Lester or Gollum, who you might know from Genesis Shards project. In terms of tokenomics, that's the part that might be something not super good, but you're investing in a project for a launchpad to be allowing you to invest in future projects. So if you're thinking about investing in this project, it's a different topic. If you're thinking to use this project and utilize it to have access to projects launching on this platform, that's a different topic. But if you jump into the tokenomics, basically they've got total supply of 25 million tokens, and they are the ERC20 utility tokens. You can see that there is a 6-month linear release of the seed and private sale round, and angel investors also for 6 months. But the team, their tokens are actually locked and vested for a period of 2 years to 4 years, which is pretty good. And they had a small cap launch. The initial cap at launch was, I think, 418,000, fully diluted market cap of 8.75 million. So that's the tokenomics for the project. I'll cover a little bit more when I'm talking about the price movement and price action. Another thing is the projects that they launch and the partnerships. So in terms of partners, they've got Polygon as their partner, Fractal, Hacken Group, In Mind Group, which I mentioned, GD10, and a lot of other projects and companies. So they have a very strong partnership set up, especially not only with VCs, but also with projects that provide them value, like Bioeconomy, for example, for their layer 2, layer 1 solution. In terms of future projects that they're launching, if you go to the homepage, you can always see what projects are going to be launched. Let me have a look. So Toron was the project they launched recently, which I've covered in my previous video. They're gonna launch Aura Network and Envelope. So if you go to the pages, Aura is actually something I'm really interested in. I'm gonna cover in the separate video. I'm really, really interested and bullish on this project. Really great, have good backers, have strong team behind it, good concept. Again, I don't want to talk about it in this video. This one is a cross-chain protocol for NFT. Again, that's a hot topic at the moment. Toron was a good project because it's like a social media project. They launched Cyrus, which was a successful launch. Here it was supposed to be well-financed, but they changed the plans and they're going to have a surprise launch for us. What I like about them is they engage the community in what projects they're planning to launch and ask about the feedback. And at the same time, their team actually spends a lot of time vetting the projects. It's not like some launchpads that just, to get more people engaged, to get more people invested, to have like 3 projects running every week. So they do their due diligence, and that's great. But of course, the price action of each project is independent of what Scaleswap does. That's more dependent on the project themselves and how they manage it. In terms of social media, they're really good. They're quite active. There are 6,000 followers on LinkedIn. You don't see that often actually for projects to be even active on LinkedIn. They do a lot of AMAs on YouTube, and their YouTube is really active as well. So you can see how they do AMAs with different projects. Really interesting. Highly recommended for you to watch. They also have a high number of following, 50,000 followers they've got on Twitter, and then on Telegram they've got a following of 30,000 people. So I rate the following as, I guess, A grade. I've never done grading, but this is the first time. I guess A grade for me would be a high following count on every platform, not just one platform. And they've got a team that's experienced in social media and communication. That's very important. They're very good in communication. In terms of price action, which is the last topic I wanted to cover, look, the price started at, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 30 cents or 35 cents when they did the IDO, and now it's still a good price to buy, 46, 47 cents. It did go all the way up to 70 cents, and there has been a price action. So one, I guess, issue is that some of the VCs that I see, those VCs in other projects as well, may not have the tolerance to keep their money for a long time. So they sometimes sell, and obviously the price changes. But over time, that's going to be fixed as the time goes by and as more people adopt and use this project. So you see, obviously, there's a dip here, and then it goes back up before a launch, goes back down, goes back up before a launch, goes back down. So again, no financial advice here, but if you're investing in this project to, I don't know, have a Lamborghini, then I'm not sure, maybe you need to reconsider your investment strategy and look at a different token. But if you want to invest in a project that opens doors for you to be able to invest in something like Aura Network or Envelope Network or other projects that are really strong fundamentally, then Scaleswap is the right one for you. And especially that they're early, they're still 2-3 months since they started the whole project and the IDO. You still have a chance to invest, you still have a chance to get in. And also remember, if people selling, their score is going to drop. So then you have a chance to get in, because how they do their whitelisting is usually they have a pool for like 200-300 people who has first come, first serve, public pool. And then they have a private pool for people who are holding the token. And usually the top 200 or 250 get whitelisted. Like I think in the top 70. So luckily I had the chance and I haven't sold. So I'm sure next time I'm also going to be whitelisted and have the chance. And there's a priority access if you're, so priority pool. See, there's a separate pool if you have a private investment, whereas the public one is, first come, first serve. So I do recommend holding the token. It's a small investment and holding it for a long time. So invest something you can afford and something that you think of it as a membership. You want to join a club, you pay for a membership, like a DAO. So that's about the token. The pricing, I think your long term is going to go up, obviously, but for now, it depends on the market movement. It depends on the VCs. And I really love the project. I really love the team, and I'm always supportive of them. The only points I think that maybe something they need to consider and improve for the user is maybe notify the people a few hours before they do the whitelisting, and also fix the scale scoring. So for example, for me, I know I've provided liquidity, but still not fixed. But this is something the team in the backend is working on. So I'm not so concerned. And everything is recorded on blockchain, and they look at that. And I can see that they do, because my ranking from the first time to second time, even though this score is showing as 0, did not change significantly. So it means that, yeah, they're looking at what's happening on chain. I highly recommend the project. I think they'll do well in the long term. They have good communication skills, and I've learned a lot from them in terms of on assessing projects, assessing future IDOs, and where I want to invest my money. I'll put a link down in the comment section to Scaleswap. I'll put a link down to their social media, and also the link for the scale scoring, so you understand how it works. That's it for today. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video and share it to your community, because I'm trying to make sure I suggest projects I'm invested in, and at the same time, I listen to you. So this time I talk about a Launchpad. If you get in, if you're going to be one of the people who get into Scaleswap and participates in the future launch, let me know, and that would make me very happy, because it means my YouTube videos are very useful, and it's something that helps you in your growth with your cryptocurrency journey. Thanks for watching the video, and see you next time.